Stories making headlines in the financial sector. Supermarkets, car dealers, clothing stores, mobile operators and others can now be penalized with huge fines if language used in their contractual agreements cannot be understood easily. And global brewer SAB Miller is set to launch its formal takeover for Foster's Group this month. I'm Richard Brooks. Supermarkets, car dealers, clothing stores, mobile operators and others can now be penalized with huge fines if language used in their contractual agreements cannot be understood easily. The Consumer Protection Act states that all notices and documents should be in simple and plain language so that consumers could fully understand them. Chairperson of the National Consumer Commission, Mamadupi Motlala, explains.
There's obviously a requirement in terms of Section 93 of the Consumer Protection Act that you find that in a lot of the goods and services that we procure, some of these goods and services are related to very technical equipment that we may purchase. So there is a need to obviously make sure that there is a simplification in the language that is used in terms of the contracts that consumers sign, so that it's not only about literacy in relation to reading a contract, but you must also be able to understand the content.
Insurer Sanlam has reported a 30% increase in first-half earnings today. The company says it will be paying $265 million for a stake in the financial services arm of its Indian partner, Shriram Group. Sanlam's CEO, Johan van Zyl, explains.
The strategy is really to focus on different market segments in South Africa. We think the lower end of the market still has potential to grow quite rapidly for the next 3 to 4 years. We've seen good salary increases coming through. Those are translating into nice contributions in terms of savings and risk products at the lower end. Then we see Africa as a definite growth area. Our businesses in Botswana, Namibia, Kenya, Ghana have been doing very well. And then India, a bit more into the future. We have a small base there, but we'll be investing more money in India, close to 2 billion, strengthening our relationships with our partners there. And so we see that as a big part of the future.
Global brewer SAB Miller is set to launch its formal takeover for Foster's Group this month. This comes after an Australian regulator rejected its claim that Foster's had made misleading financial statements as part of the hostile $10 billion bid battle. Jane Matabula has more.
SAB Miller had hoped to rattle Foster's takeover defense by casting doubt on its financial statement. The ruling party allowed both sides to claim victory as it dismissed doubts over Foster's financial forecasts, but did force Foster's to clarify its net debt position. The takeovers panel on Thursday dismissed SAB Miller's claims that Foster's had made misleading and deceptive forward-looking statements over future sales and earnings growth. Both parties accepted the panel's decision. SAB Miller is now likely to launch its bid document, which could come as early as next week. SAB Miller first approached Foster's in June, but Foster's rejected the bid as being too low.
Velvet Sky is South Africa's first 100% black economic empowerment airline. It's been airbound for just over 2 years and is based in KZN. Stephen Nete is chairperson of Velvet Sky and says at this stage there will be 8 flights a week from Polokwane to Johannesburg.
What we're going to be doing is to look at the number of passengers that we will be flying between Polokwane and Johannesburg. As and when the passenger capacity increases, we're going to be increasing our flights. In terms of direct flights from Polokwane to Cape Town to Durban, we'd love to do that. And it's in our future plans.
Catch the latest news anytime here on Newsbreak, Option 1.